put their phones off. You need to tell them to put their phones off. They're on their phone, they're just chatting.
The next motion reads, this the 11th IPSF AfRO Regional Assembly co-opts Mr. Yao Asamoah Kwako, chairperson of the 11th IPSF African Regional Symposium 2023 to the IPSF AfRO Regional Working Group 2022-2023 from 1st October 2022. Anyone against? Okay, the motion is
Oh, I need to do motivation.
yeah.
I need to do motivation. I didn't. Have you read it? Have you read it? Yeah, so read it and I'll read motivation.
So the next motion reads, this the 11th IPSF AfRO Regional Assembly mandates the IPSF AfRO team members to submit an annual report that will be assessed by the RWG along with the performance of each member to determine the awarding of certificates. If rejected, the member will not receive a certificate or reimbursement of membership fee for individual members. I'll hand over the floor to Yao to give you motivation for this motion.
Okay, so we had a bit of an issue last Monday when I was chairperson of some performance issues. We felt some people did not deserve to have a certificate. So personally as chairperson, I didn't want to give it to them. And for that case, I decided not to give it to anyone because we hadn't passed in the previous RA that this would be possible. So we needed to assess the RA this year to see if this would be possible. We realized that sometimes people join the AfRO team and they are not performing as they should. But at the end of the mandate, they want to get a certificate, which is not possible. So what this is going to do is to keep everyone on their tools and make sure that they are working well. It will be very beneficial for the next RWG that is coming. So there will be like a performance review and assessment, and you're supposed to submit your annual report as well. So if the annual report is accepted, that's fine. You can request a certificate. And if you're an IM, you will not be reimbursed your membership fees, because you know, for IMs, once you have an IPSF position and you are done, they are supposed to reimburse you your membership fee that you paid. So you will not get that reimbursement, and it will be a bit tough once this is done for you to, gain any other position, because you already have this track record. So is there something or a measure we want to put in place to make sure everybody is doing their work well and is on their toes? Thank you.
Okay, so anyone against the motion?
Floor for discussion.
Or do you want me to open the floor for discussion? You're okay to move to voting? Okay. Anyone against? Okay. The motion has been passed unanimously. Okay, we'll hand over the floor back to Yao, sharing with the Regional Assembly.
Thank you, Siti, and good evening, everyone. So we proceed to what I believe is the last motion of this year's Regional Assembly, the election of the IPSF AfRO Secretary. So, yeah.
Is it possible to?
Candidates up. Like we have Hamisi Sagama from Tanzania. We have Gibson, I can see the second one, from Pisa, Zambia, and then we have Michelle Mayuba from Kepsa, Kenya. So we will invite Hamisi to give us motivation for the position he's running for. Anyone in front of you?
Yes. Okay, good evening, the member of Regional Assembly. First of all, I would like to give my sorry for missing out this Regional Assembly because of some duties. So I was there for the first day and second day. My name is Hamisi Msagama, the TAPSA president. So I'm contesting for the Regional Assembly General Secretary, and I've been doing the work with TAPSA, and for 2 years we've been doing great, and organization has made some success since when I joined it. So now is the time. I think it's potential in the region. So when you give the trust to me as a General Secretary, we work closely with elected chairperson and other members of the team, so as we together can maintain the status where our successors, Mosa and Tiffany and others, have reached so far, and to keep raising the bar. So again, I would like to say sorry for missing out, and I would like to ask for your trust, so that together with you and other elected leaders, we can work and serve the region. I think I would like to receive the questions, if any.
Okay. Thank you, Hansi, for the contribution. Can we have Gibson from East Zambia? Give us motivation. You have 5 minutes. So what's the second name? The second name as well? Pili. Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is Gibson Piri from Zambia ESZ. Just to mention a few about my background in leadership. I've served before as president for the Pharmaceutical Students Association of Zambia. Besides that, I've served before as education committee chairperson for the same association. I also once served as president for the University of Zambia Pharmacy Students Association. I've also served as a chairperson for the University of Zambia Students Union General Assembly, which is like a parliament for the Students Union. And within my tenure, I led a team that saw to the first ever successful National Students Symposium in Zambia last year. I believe the outgoing WG got to see what we did. We did that at national level. Besides that, we also ran a very big sports event at national level as well. I've also served as a member of the projects, of the regional projects subcommittee. I worked under Priscilla in the outgoing team. I've been active in IPSF. So, besides that, what makes me suitable for this position? So, besides just having a Bachelor of Pharmacy degree, I also hold many other certificates. Of which one of them is a certificate in leadership and organizational management. I've got skills in records management. Not only that, I've got skills in grants and proposal writing, budgeting, fundraising. From the background that I just gave you, you can tell that I've held senior positions, and for one to be a successful top leader, of course, you need to have also skills in concept writing and the other skills that I just mentioned. So that should give you confidence that given a privilege to lead in that position, I'll be able to do as you colleagues would expect. So one other thing I would want to also mention is that I believe to say, if one decides to work in a group, then they may be expected to function in 2 dimensions. One is expected to meet the obligations as the position would require, probably prescribed by the by the operating procedures, the standard operating procedures, or even the constitution. So if you give me a privilege to serve as your secretary, I'll be able to function as the constitution will expect me to deliver. I just told you to say I've got skills in records management, skills in fundraising, skills in budgeting, and the like. So you expect me to deliver to your expectations. Besides that, also one is expected to work with others as a team. So I've got also many plans which I'm bringing on board, given a privilege. These are plans that I'll submit to my other colleagues, and we'll get to see them. I feel at the moment where we are as AfRO, there is great need to look into capacity building. For me, I feel that's a priority. We need to start building up associations that are not active. today I was thinking to myself that if Zambia, PISA Zambia wasn't here, then probably there wouldn't have been any member in association, which I feel there's great need to improve that. So we will come up with programs that, of course, will be aimed at inspiring such associations that are struggling and see to it that they, of course, they come on board. Then Africa is vast. We've got countries with students that are very active, but they are not part of AfRO. Like go to Botswana, you find the students active, but they don't even know about anything about IPSF. So I've been working closely with Botswana, and the guys are really eager to be part of IPSF AfRO. So we also get to see into it that we bring them on board, because if you go to Botswana, go to Nigeria, go to Tanzania, you find that the problems that these people are having are the same problems that are there in Zambia. So why can't we come together, everyone of us? I also feel that it's high time that we created a common group for all the pharmacy, there's a common social media group for all the pharmacy students in Africa. That's very possible. We've got social media platforms that can accommodate a big number of students, so that we can get to have those social interactions. It shouldn't be something so weird when I come here to see everyone appearing new to me, except maybe just for Priscilla and Musa. So besides us leaders getting to interact, we should also give a privilege to our students, our colleagues, the students, to also be interacting at that level. It will also help students to have easy access to information, because we'll be sharing amongst ourselves. Then I was also thinking that we should also introduce a...
Anyone wants to listen? Second. No. How many? 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I was also thinking that it's imperative that we introduce a mentorship kind of program from the alumni community, those that have gone before us. We allocate them to some of these, so if not all the associations that are struggling, but let me just say, if not all the associations that are members in IPSF AfRO, we can even pick those that are struggling. We give them mentors. We can give them mentors from the alumni community that will be helping them with on how to do things. This, we do it in Zambia. When new students, for example, come and they join an association, we allocate mentors to them. They guide them on how to go about these things. It's very sad that a lot of associations didn't even get a privilege to submit their reports, probably because they don't know how to do these things. So I feel there's great need that also we look into that sector. We allocate mentors to these associations. Together like that, I feel we can make AfRO great again. For now, this is where I end, I submit.
Thank you. For the third candidate, we have Ms. Michelle Mayuba from Tanzania. You have 5 minutes to give your
Good evening, everyone. I am Michelle Mayuba. I'm Michelle Mayuba from KESA, Kenya. I am vying for the Regional Secretary Officer position. My journey in IPSF started way back in 2020-2021 mandate, where I first joined IPSF as a QDT member, which is under the Regional Secretary's Office. In this position, I was assigned under the quality area, where I was in charge of documenting all minutes that we had as a subcommittee. After that, I would proofread all documents that came into the office and went out of the office to ensure that, so that I could be able to record all members, and after that, we facilitate at the giving out of the certificates after the webinars. After that, I participated in the 10th Regional Assembly, which was online. I was part of the motions committee, where I looked at the motions that were sent in. I advised members on how the proceedings are supposed to take place. And after each session, we would meet with the secretary and give feedback after that. On top of that, during that same mandate, I took part in the IPSF LIT program, where I got skills in leadership, communication, which it kind of built me into the leader that I was. Thereafter, I proceeded to apply for the Regional Project Subcommittee in the 2021-2022 mandate, where I have served in the Public Health Subcommittee, where I research and provide information for all public health campaigns that we held, and I attend most of the webinars and events that we have organized, such as the Afro-Olympics and the research series and all of that. So on top of that, I have had the privilege of attending the WHA, the 75th WHA, but I attended it online since I got a bit of a problem in applying for my visa. Through that, I got skills in documentation and taking minutes of all the proceedings or all the side events that happened during the WHS, the 75th WHA series. Then on top of that, I also got the privilege of getting the opportunity to write a policy statement with able President Mr. Mustafa on complementary medicine in Africa. This gave me the skills to understand policy writing, policy statement writing, and understanding how exactly this goes on in the AfRO region. So that is my background in IPSF AfRO, and that keeps on motivating me to keep on going on and serving in the IPSF AfRO region. So my plans during this mandate, I know my office comes with a lot as per the constitution provided, and my primary goal and my primary objective is to fulfill these responsibilities. That is documentation of all proceedings, meetings, and any other documents that is required in the AfRO region, and filing them so that they are well and they are provided enough. Also facilitating communication between the global office, the regional working group, and within the subcommittee members. Ensuring all my monthly duties are done, that is nomination of the CPs, SEOs, and all other people. Preparing for the regional and releasing all calls for grants on time. The extra plans that I have in this office is one, to develop the guidelines, the policy guidelines, just as Ms. Tiffany had highlighted when she had given her report. The policies that have been written over time, they are not of the same quality. So if we develop a policy guideline that kind of unifies all of it, so that our policies are all of quality as the AfRO region, that will be of the best interest. Also, I plan to have the interprofessional guidelines prepared and at least formulated so that we understand how exactly we can relate with all other student organizations or all other non-profit organizations that want to partner with us. On top of that, my subcommittee, I plan to hold capacity building sessions for them, both in-house and inter-office. That is probably the translation subcommittee moving to the media team and the project team, so that they can all have a feel of how serving in the AfRO region is important. Finally, I understand that the secretaries from way back have been introducing new things into the system. So one of my major aims, or one of my major objectives also, is to review the plans that they had and to see if they have been implemented, if they were brought in on board. And if they are implemented, is it working and how is it benefiting AfRO? So that with time we can review these measures and see how to improve them so that all our previous projects are up to date. Thank you. Thank you.
You're done?
Yes.
Okay. Can we have our candidates come up? Can you get in front of them?